Shalom, shalom, kwam yashala, kol holo yahweh bashim yahushai, bahashem, rachach hadash. Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone, ever well. The by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water toward the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's out here sincerely keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh bashim yahushai to the best of their ability. Zachanan the Wap, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Pray that it's edifying by the Spirit. And hey, here you go, man. Another one of these Edomite women just being just freaks, man. Freaks at the school. They just just looking at your sons like, you know what I'm saying? Let's get some of the story, man. Tennessee woman accused of raping at least 9 students. Community shaken by allegations. Report. It says there were at least 9 victims who were age 14 to 17 at the time of the alleged crimes. Okay, so she's going in. You see what I'm saying? Going in. Now this is your typical so-called white lady. And the story is really only out here because of shock value, you know. And you don't really hear about them like that. It's just that I kind of came across this one and just scrolling through the news. And it just shows you how Esau Edom gets down, man. The so-called white woman is no different than the so-called white man, if not even worse. Because you have to realize that in slavery, the white woman was getting it in, man, with Jake. Was getting it totally in. You best believe they was getting broken in, man, by Jake, man. Looking forward to it. And like if you look at the movie, if you've ever seen the movie Mandingo, hey, but in the meanwhile, a lot of these types of women got Jake hung, got Jake burned up, man, got Jake castrated, got Jake, killed, man. So hey, nothing has changed. They're still the same to this very day, but they try to make it seem like the so-called white woman is so pure. But in the meanwhile, this right, and especially today, oh my goodness, man, hey, they even more gone than the so-called black women. Man, the whole football team on them, take on the whole track team, take on the whole damn high school athletics department, man. You see what I'm saying? It says, let me get some of this though. It says members of a Tennessee community expressed shock and outrage last week after 38-year-old. Now, mind you, she's old enough definitely to be their mother. The woman was accused. We ain't talking about just one student here. We're talking about 9. And they actually said that they think that there's more victims out there. So she has just been getting it in. It says members of the Tennessee community expressed shock and outrage last week after a 38-year-old woman was accused of using vape pens and other enticements to lure local high school students into having sex with her. So she just out here buying them little drugs and probably giving them drinks. She was doing it all, man. Melissa Blair of Inglewood was arrested facing charges of soliciting basically of a minor. 18 counts of statutory rape. Damn, 18? I thought it was 9. It says 4 counts of human trafficking. Oh, they about to give her that business. While patronizing prostitution and forfeiture of personal property. It says there were at least 9 victims who were aged 14 to 17 at the time. Okay. It says parents need to talk to their kids to speak up because it's not right. It's just really, really not right. Christy Teague told the station reacting to the allegations against Blair. I would be livid if it happened to my kids. I'm sure you would be. Yeah, you probably done your thing with some young too. This isn't just about putting a perpetrator behind bars. The mother of one of the teens who requested anonymity told the station this is about family healing. Okay, it says after her arrest, Blair was out on bond Tuesday night with her next court date. Okay, so she's already out, man. She was ordered to stay away from the school. Of course, yeah, sure. And then, hey, in the comments, I'm reading through the comments, and there's nothing but a whole bunch of dudes in here talking about how it happened to them in school. Older guys, you know what I'm saying? And I remember when I was in high school, matter of fact, one of my classmates ended up getting a teacher pregnant. So, when you have these substitute teachers, they coming in, they 20, 21, 22, and here you go, you got some guys at 17, 18. That's not too far of a stretch, man, as far as age range. You see what I'm saying? And they at that age of being hot and horny. Like, come on, man. Well, matter of fact, let me yeah. Let's get this Job 9:24. Because I'm gonna grab another little story. Hey, these people just think of, like I said, reason why I wanted to really do this lesson was to have you think, like, just think about slavery. Just think about what they was doing during slavery, man. Free range. Free range, man. Hey, look, I'm telling you, check out the movie Mandingo if you've never seen the movie Mandingo. Homegirl was getting it in. Straight up. And one of the daughters was sneaking out to the barn and trying to and matter of fact, they would go back and tell that you raped them if you wouldn't give them none. So Jake was just giving it to him just to stay alive. So it was either you damned if you do, damned if you don't. Job 9:24. Yeah, man. We was brought here, and I'm just, yeah, like I said, using this as an example, because most of these guys right here, they probably Edomites. She probably didn't deal with no Jake in this particular situation, but just think about how freaky you gotta be to be taking on 9, 10, 20 rods, man. And you already know it. She's 38. Ain't no telling how many men she's been with in her lifetime, man. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? See, these people are in control of the curriculum that your children are learning. Now, one guy in the comments, he said that, hey, he'd rather be molested by a substitute teacher than for his children to be taught, you know what I'm saying, this damn gender identity bullshit, which he made a point there, you know. But we're talking about the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. These people, they probably know all kinds of information about this lady, probably possibly being a predator at some other school or some crap like that. But yet and still they give her a job. And then who knows, man, she might even get off from this. And if they do get her, she's a little slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? But the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They run the planet, man. They make the rules. They make the laws. They make the, you know what I'm saying? And why would she be why would she be able to entice children with vape pens? Because Esau, Edom, they done set it up where vape pens is popular. You know, why would she be able to set them up, you know, with all these things? You know, how can she have this type of, basically this, you know, this gathering to be able to get with them? How does she have the time? How does she have the resource? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if this was our kingdom and we was running a righteous kingdom, then she wouldn't even be around no male students like that. It wouldn't even be that way. You know what I'm saying? But only in Esau, Edom's kingdom is that women can be over men, usurping authority over, because those are young men. They're actually men from the age of 14 to 17, 18. I mean, on a regular old jump off, man, that would be nothing. You see what I'm saying? And especially at the age of 17. But, you know, in America, you know, they'll have this, they got this situation where you can go to the army, get your damn head blown off at 18, but you can't even have a drink until you're 21. So it's backwards, it's all hell, but they're the ones that's in control of running things where they have the women usurping this authority over young men, and they shouldn't even be there. You know, you got all these women that's hot and bothered. They all hot and bothered and looking at and lurking over the sweaty young men, and then, you know, luring them in to having sex with her. You know, man, ain't no telling how many dudes this lady done had in her lifetime. And look at her. Let's get that photo of her again. You can see how innocent and sweet she looked. She just looked like your typical sweet little old lady. Well, not old lady, because she's only 38. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't say anything about her being married. Doesn't say anything about her having a husband. And she, even if she got a husband, you know, Esau not getting it. Esau not giving it to their women like that these days, man. Especially at that age, you know, when they younger, all the passion is there. Then, man, they just, the average Edomite household, man, is just like anything you see in the movies, man. It's terrible. The man is miserable. The woman is miserable. But guess what? That's because they reaping what they're sown, because they done that to Jake. They placed our women against us. You see what I'm saying? Jake got to go through all kinds of hell. Now they going through hell. Now they going through child support. Now, if you had think about this, had this been 50 years ago, white picket fence, cherry pie, and a windowsill, they all happy. They going on vacations together. No matter until what, you know, you still got some of those older couples where they was married. you know, when they was in their teens, man, and now they damn near 100 years old and they still together working on their 85th anniversary and shit. But them children that came out of that, man, hey, look, man, the children and the children, it's not looking good out here for Esau. As a matter of fact, let me get another one. Let me check this out. Check this out. No, that's not the one. Yep, this is the one. Michigan driver deliberately killed retiree so he could have sex with her body. Not sex with her. He didn't give a shit if she was dead or not. He hit her ass with his car and drug her ass off into the woods, man. It says, authorities added the murder charge this month after examining DNA evidence and the suspect's online search history. Can you imagine that? A motherfucker just hit you with the car and drag your ass off, man. That's why I tell you, you women, y'all better be careful. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American women, be careful. Because a lot of the trafficking that's going on, it's these damn Edomites, man, that's snatching up people. It's these so-called white men. Don't get me wrong, Jake is into it. But it's these so-called white people, these so-called white men that's snatching up you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, that's coming up damn missing. Because they know nobody is really going to look for you. That's why it's so important to fucking be careful, man. It says a Michigan driver deliberately struck and killed a retired woman who was out on her daily walk so he could have sex with her body. And you think about how that sounds. So he can have sex with her body? He couldn't just snatch the bitch up and just throw her in the ride and really have sex. You know, and just, you know, and you don't want no live. He don't want no live box. He don't even care if the box dead, man. It says the suspect. Now let's get a picture of him. Here you go, right here. Look at this look at this weirdo. Telling you, man, you better be careful out here. It says, the suspect identified as Kobe Martin, 29, of White Pigeon, Michigan. White Pigeon, ooh, was arraigned Wednesday. Okay, it says some media reports have named the victim, but Fox News is withholding her identity because of the nature of the allegations. Martin was previously charged in September with manslaughter and concealing a body. Now, how the fuck is he back out on the street so he can hit a woman with his truck and drag her off and have sex with her body? Well, see, let me get another quick scripture, because that's why I'm thinking, like, even with this lady, they gonna give her ass a slap on the wrist and she's gonna be out of there, man. You just can't be around children anymore. While she's still probably gonna be getting it in, and some weirdo will probably come across her like, you like it like that? Shit, I got something for you. Psalm 73:3. I'm gonna start there. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men. That's the point that I want to make. Neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly. Concerning oppression they speak loftily. See? They already got more than heart could wish. Now this guy right here, he done killed somebody, manslaughter, and he's back out on the streets to the point where he's able to drive and kill a woman and then go have and just drag her body away and just go have sex with the body, not with her. She's not even alive. See? And that's with this woman too. You got more than heart could wish. But Esau, Edom, their kingdom is being snatched right from under their feet now. It's not what it used to be for white people, man. So-called white people. They're going through it. See, Jake can handle some stress. When it comes to the so-called white man, lose their job, man. Shit, they come home, kill the wife, kids, the dog, sit in their pickup truck, drinking some damn Jack Daniels or some Jim Beam, and then put the gun underneath their chin, man. Let's get some more of this, though. It says the driver struck the jogger as she was near the Oak Shore campground on September 20th. He then moved the body to a wooded area where he allegedly committed the sex acts. Martin led investigators to the site the next day. Crazy, man. Authorities added the murder charge this month after examining DNA evidence and the suspect's online search history, which included searches for pornography involving dead or unconscious women. Wow. And you trying to tell me a motherfucker like this right here, man, doing slavery, you can't even imagine how they was doing our people, man. Little boys. And you free range. We talking about a time where Jake had absolutely no rights. And we barely got him now, but just think about back then, Jake had absolutely no rights. A motherfucker was able to go out into a cabin, grab up little boy if he wanted one, whatever he had a choice for, whatever he was into. They would have just go out, grab him up, deal with him all kinds of ways, then send them on their way. So you thinking about a motherfucker like this right here? He's done searches on the internet as to how to have sex with a dead body. Oh my goodness, man. Esau, Edom, man, the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Martin's vehicle, 2013 Ford F-150, had severe front end damage when investigators first. So he wanted to kill her. He wanted her dead, man. It says when investigators first encountered him at a Walmart store the day after the crime, it says the suspect was found to have the woman's cell phone, and he allegedly made attempts to conceal other evidence linked to the crime. Prior to the murder charge, Martin was freed on $300,000 bond. Following the new charge, he was returned to custody but denied bond and was being held. And see, this motherfucker shouldn't have never even been out of jail. But guess what? This is Esau, Edom's kingdom. That's why the scripture says he's not in trouble as other men. Let's get that again. Verse 5. Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. This is talking about, this is their kingdom. See, had this been a Jake, you think this had been a so-called nigga? This had been a nigga, and he hit a bitch. And Salakia for my language, I'm just being straightforward. He hit a bitch with his truck, right? Takes her to the woods, because, and matter of fact, he's online doing a search as to how to have sex with a dead woman and all this other, what to do, and all this other shit, man. Matter of fact, Jake wouldn't have got out of jail for the first crime. To even be out on the streets to be pulling no crap like this. Manslaughter, man. He gets $300,000 bond. That Jake, it'd have been at $1 million. Or it'd have been $300,000 for Jake because they know his ass wouldn't have been able to pay it. But this guy was obviously able to pay the bond and get the hell out and commit another crime. This shit is crazy. Let me get this back again. It says, the authorities added the murder charge this month after examining DNA evidence and the suspect's online search history, which included searches for pornography, including involving dead or unconscious women, man. So he just had a straight sex fantasy. Got that damn, that porno spirit on his ass, man. He out here driving around just having a fantasy. And they not showing what the woman looked like, because she could be a Jake. Then again, more than likely, it's a Edomite. This is all Edomitish right here. And Edomite nation as far as the location. But hey, man, like I said again, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, y'all better repent, man, and watch out. Watch your back out here. Stop messing around, especially in areas like this where these so-called white people live, because they can do something to you and drag your ass off into some wood somewhere, and you will never be located again. And if they ever do find your ass, these people not doing no time. These people are claiming insanity plea. They going with the insanity plea and getting their asses off. You know, already opioid up. Hell, they going to damn mental health spots and shit, living lavishly on a vacation for jail sentence and getting drugged up as they please. Hey, so you had to be careful out here, man. This shit right here is retarded. And this is just another episode of Esau, Edom, man. I've just got to bring it out, man. This is the type of people that you're dealing with. This is the type of people that we dealt with during slavery. If they can do something like this in 2022, sexually, with their sexual desires, you can't imagine what they was doing to our great grandmothers and grandfathers, man, for that matter. Because like I said, they some goddamn pedophiles too. Pedophiles and boy lovers. You had Jake running around, man, with makeup and shit on, man, looking like little girls, man, back then, man. That's a lot, man. And you damn Edomites, y'all got a lot to pay for, man. Y'all history is starting to really come forth, man. It's really starting to come forth, man. And y'all being shown to be the man of perdition and the man of sin, man. You got a lot to pay for what you done to Jake, man. The apple of the Lord's eye. The Israelites, man. You're going to pay for all that stuff. But I just wanted to just bring this out because I know I started off with with this lady right here. Look at her, boy. She just looked like she probably done, boy. Just looking like your typical little sweet white lady with her glasses on, and she out here just giving it to little boys, man. Come on, man. What has happened to the Edomite race? They falling drastically. The same way that Jake fell, it's the same way that they're falling now, man, and we're starting to come up. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala.